Hello, we are not your mum. As you will know if you watched the excellent Martha and Eve in the Autism and Dyslexia episode of a few weeks ago, autism, or autistic spectrum disorder, or ASD, to give it its proper name and proper initials, is a condition affecting how you interact with the world, how you see the world, how you communicate with other people, and how you behave.
It's estimated that about 1 in 100 people have ASD, so it's not rare. It is, however, quite misunderstood. Lots of kids can get through nearly their whole school lives without being diagnosed, and it's not uncommon for adults to be diagnosed and never realise they had it. To see a list of symptoms, we will put a link in the description for you. That's where the description is.
That's where the description is. You didn't know.
In our laps.
Yes. If someone in your school is autistic or has ASD, then you might have seen them having a meltdown, sort of shouting, maybe throwing stuff, maybe swearing. They aren't being naughty or attention seeking. They're doing it because they literally they have to. They see no other way out. For whatever reason, something has happened that has made them feel so anxious or confused or scared that their body has gone into fight or flight mode.
For neurotypical people, i.e. people who don't have ASD, this kind of fight or flight thing would only come out in really extreme circumstances, like for example if you were grabbed in the street by an angry stranger or nearly hit by a car that was out of control. For an autistic person, everyday life can be that scary.
Many people with ASD are hypersensitive, which means that sounds and lights can make them feel physical pain. So if someone, for example, just knocks into them in the school corridor, that can feel like they're being physically assaulted. And even like the seam on the inside of a pair of socks can be too much because it hurts their skin, or a certain type of material on their pillowcase or something like that. It actually hurts them. And so when they're in a crowd, it can seem just way too much.
Very often a kid with ASD will spend their time at school acting normal and suppressing all their fears and anxieties, and then it's not until they get home that they have the meltdown. This is called the can of Coke effect, in that you are kind of, the person will feel like they're being shaken and shaken and shaken all day long, and then when they get the release of being at home, that's when they explode.
Another symptom, I guess, of ASD is taking words and phrases very literally. So if you say to someone with ASD, for example, I'll drop in for a cup of tea, they will picture you literally dropping out of the sky. Similarly, phrases like a piece of cake, for example, meaning easy, they will see it as involving cake somewhere. And if you say, I'll do it in a minute, then to someone with ASD, that means you will do it in 60 seconds, because that's what you've said. And so when no cake appears or 60 seconds passes and nothing happens, obviously that's confusing. So everyday life is full of these kind of things, and it's just pretty damn confusing for someone with ASD, and stressful as well.
Autistic people find it very difficult to read facial expressions and social cues. If they get it wrong, so laugh when someone hurts themselves, it's not because they're mean, it's because they didn't know what to say or do, so they guessed.
People with ASD often fall behind at school, not because they're not clever. I mean, many autistic people are hugely intelligent, but because they literally don't hear what the teacher's saying. So the first few words, fine, they go, that's fine, they hear that, but then if the sentence goes on, then they just don't hear it, it's not there. So short, clear sentences are the way forward. Often
kids, and especially girls with ASD, learn to mimic the people around them. So this can mean that some teachers won't pick up on these signs of autism, even if the parents have been saying there's something not quite right for a long time. In the meantime, these kids often get severe anxiety because they're having to suppress all these fears and worries throughout the day.
Martha, who presented that video a few weeks ago, has ASD, and everything that we've just said applies to her. But perhaps watching the video, you might not see that. You might think that she seems totally normal. This is because Martha is an excellent mimic. She's also funny and articulate and a very lovely person.
Yes, people with ASD still have the same unique personalities, quirks, wonderfulnesses as any neurotypical people. But all the while they are battling a world that they find confusing, loud and scary. If that doesn't demand our total respect, then I don't know what does.
That's it, thank you for watching. If you have ASD and you think we've missed anything out or got anything wrong, then please let us know. You can email us, leave a comment, all the details are below. And if you haven't seen Martha and Eve's video, then have a look. Maybe we'll put a link to that in the description too.
Yes. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.